What if I told you that everything you think you know about learning is wrong? That the endless highlighting, the rereading the same paragraph 10 times is all a complete waste of time? That there's a way to learn so much faster, it doesn't feel like work at all. It feels like you've discovered a secret cheat code for your brain. For most of my life, I'd study for hours, only to sit down for the test, and my mind would go completely blank. But then I stumbled onto something. A collection of methods backed by real science, not just hacky life hacks. And it changed everything. And I'm not special. Your brain is already wired to learn at an insane speed. You've just never been taught how to turn it on. So, let's break down the 3 biggest lies we've been told about learning, and then I'll give you the keys to the kingdom. The first lie? That learning is about pouring information in. We think the more we read, the more we watch, the more we listen to a lecture at 2x speed, the more we'll know. This is passive consumption. It's like watching a trailer for a movie and thinking you've seen the whole film. Your brain isn't engaged. It's just receiving a signal, and a weak signal at that. The truth is, real learning, fast learning, isn't about input. It's about output. Think of your brain like a muscle. You don't get stronger by watching other people lift weights. You get stronger by struggling, by straining, by lifting the weight yourself. Learning is the exact same thing. The struggle is the growth. Which brings us to the second big lie, that forgetting is your enemy. We are terrified of forgetting. So we reread, we review, we cram right before the test to keep the information fresh. But this is like building a house on sand. It looks good for a minute, but the first wave washes it away. Here's the illegal feeling part. You need to forget. Forgetting is not a bug in the human system. It's a feature. It's your brain's way of sorting important information from junk mail. And the act of struggling to recall something you've partially forgotten, that strain, that mental effort is like sending a priority message to your brain telling it that this is important. This is called active recall, and it is, without a doubt, the most powerful learning tool on the planet. It's simple. Instead of rereading your notes, you close the book. You take out a blank piece of paper, and you try to write down everything you can remember. It's hard. It's uncomfortable. You'll feel like you don't know it. But that feeling of difficulty, that's the feeling of your brain building a permanent new road. Now, pair this with the third big lie we're told, that you should master one thing completely before moving on to the next. We're taught to do chapter 1, then chapter 2, then chapter 3. Finish one book, then start the next. This is linear learning. It feels logical, but it's incredibly inefficient. Your brain learns better through interleaving. That's mixing up different but related topics or skills. It feels messy. It feels counterintuitive. Why would jumping from Spanish vocabulary to grammar to listening practice be better than just grinding vocabulary for 2 hours? This is because it forces your brain to constantly identify patterns, to differentiate between concepts, and to apply the right tool for the right job. So, let's bring this all together. How do you actually do this? How do you learn 10 times faster? You break the cycle of passive input. You embrace the struggle of output. Your new learning ritual looks like this. First, consume in bursts. Watch a 15-minute lecture. Read a chapter. But here's the key. You're not just zoning out. You're engaged. You're asking questions. How does this work? Why is this true? How could I explain this to a 10-year-old? Second, immediate recall. The moment you finish, close the book. Shut the video. Take 90 seconds and dump everything you just learned onto a piece of paper. No looking. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be yours. This is the most important 90 seconds of your entire learning session. Third, the struggle switch. You will get things wrong. You will have gaps. This is not failure. This is the entire point. Your brain is now acutely aware of what it doesn't know firmly. This is where the magic happens. Fourth, targeted review. Now you open the book, but you're not rereading everything. You're laser focused on the specific things you missed or struggled to recall. You're filling the potholes in your new mental road. This makes your review session 500% more efficient. Fifth, space and interleave. Don't just do this once and call it a day. Let yourself forget a little. Come back to it tomorrow or in 2 days. And when you do, mix it up. If you're learning a language, don't just do vocabulary. Recall some vocabulary, then try to write a sentence using yesterday's grammar lesson. Then listen to a short clip. Force your brain to make connections. This spacing and mixing feels inefficient in the moment, but it builds knowledge that is ridiculously durable. This method feels illegal because it inverts everything. We're taught that learning should feel smooth and easy, that if it's hard, you're doing it wrong. But the neuroscience is clear. The greatest gains happen just beyond the point where you feel a little lost, where you have to struggle. That feeling of frustration is the sensation of your brain upgrading its own hardware. You have been given a supercomputer between your ears, but you've been using it like a simple calculator. You've been following rules designed for the average, for the industrial age. It's time to break those rules. Your call to action is this. Pick one thing. Right now, something you've been wanting to learn. A language, a skill, a subject for school. And in your very next session, I want you to break the rules. It's time to stop studying harder and start studying smarter.